and Furious Mitsubishi Eclipse. You guys may have seen this from my Instagram. It belongs to a guy named Dominic, who I got to interview and ask him a couple questions about his car. So here's that.
My name is Dominic. I'm the owner of Octane Fix. It's basically a web magazine based in Quebec, and I'm building Fast and Furious replicas. This car you see right there, it's a 99 Eclipse GS that I built to look alike the Paul Walker's Eclipse from the Fast and Furious one. I bought the car about 15 months ago, and we had back then we had a tight schedule to build a car for the first Race Wars event. Basically the car was red with a tan interior, and we chopped the roof off because the car had a sunroof. We had to put a no sunroof roof on the car, and then it all went crazy from there. So we removed the engine, did a complete restoration on the project, find the wheels, the right seats, everything from the body kit that was custom molded to the car, and that's about it. Over my Instagram, a lot of people were asking, are you gonna build another car? Since maybe July, last July, Chad Lindbergh was commenting some of my pictures on Instagram, and he told me you should do Jesse's Jetta. So he already set a trend on Instagram called Bring Back Jesse, and I told him, okay, I'll do what I can, and I will build the Jetta. So we bought the car 2 days ago, and Chad is in with us in this project. So what we're going to do, we're going to start a YouTube channel for this, and we're gonna put maybe like 6 to 8 video of the complete build of the car. Chad is going to maybe put his touch in this project, so you'll see what it is. The first episode is supposed to air on January 2017, so look for that. You can follow our build on Instagram, and my Instagram is @domdub, so DOM_DUB, and just look out for Dominic Dubois on Facebook and Octane Fix on Facebook.
So this is obviously a 99 Eclipse from Fast and Furious, and it is just so cool. It is unbelievable driving this thing. Every single person who I pass driving, either coming the other way or who's on the sidewalk or whatever, just looks at you and is like, what the hell? What is that car? It's pretty crazy. So Dom's obviously put a lot of work into this car. Apologies, it's so dark, by the way. Dom's obviously put a lot of work into this car, and it shows. The quality of this thing is unbelievable. I've got NOS buttons on the steering wheel here. Obviously they don't do anything, but it looks really, really cool, and it's just awesome, really. So what's it like to drive the Mitsubishi Eclipse? Well, it's pretty cool, I must say. Obviously, there are some issues with it. Dom already warned me when I got into this car that there might be some issues. One of the issues with this car is that it likes to overheat. So when it overheats, apparently you have to turn it off or turn up the heat in the car so you get all of the heat out of the engine and into like this area of the car. But it's just cool, man. It's just so much time and effort has gone into this car, and it's just, you can see it, and it's incredible. So obviously this thing isn't spec-wise neck and neck with the Fast and Furious one. It's a little bit slower, obviously. We don't have 0 to 60 times. We don't have top speeds. This car is not being raced anywhere. It's a show car, and I mean, it's just sick. Driving the thing is actually really easy. The only thing you sort of have to be wary about is that it's quite low, and the front bumper is quite low, so you have to be sort of careful of potholes, at least here in Canada. You have to be quite careful of those. But other than that, driving the thing is like driving any normal car. You could be sitting in here and just be like, yeah, I'm driving a normal whatever car. So before I actually had the time to jump into this car, I was super worried about stalling it out and having issues with the clutch, but you don't have any issues with it. It's actually just like one of the easiest clutches I've ever driven, actually. And I mean, other than that, other than the body kit being kind of low, it's really easy to drive. And I mean, this is one of the first cars I've ever driven with a wing, and seeing the wing out the rear view mirror is just so sick. I keep looking at it and I just see it there. It's really, really cool. It's like Dom's the type of guy who has the craziest attention to detail. For instance, the rear license plate. This car is obviously registered in Quebec to Dom. So here in Quebec, you have a Quebec license plate. But Dom went to the trouble of getting the movie replica license plate, but that wasn't good enough. the movie replica license plate didn't have the registration on it when it was registered in December. So what did Dom do? He went and made his own sticker for it. It's like this car is just about 100% accurate. He said the only thing he needs to work on is the roof liner. The engine isn't 100% just yet. He needs to do some work in there and get that actually 100% perfect. And then other than that, he's basically done with this car, and it's perfect. It's the movie car. I can't stray away from the fact that just it's so cool to drive. Like when we were filming like the interview for Dom, for instance, we had a bunch of people just walking around, just talking to him while we were filming like B-roll for it, just asking him a bunch of questions about the car. This car attracts so much attention. It's just crazy. But seriously, this thing is just a work of art. That's the only way to put it. It's art. And that's that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can subscribe down below. Don't forget to check out Dom at the links in the description down below as well. Massive thank you to him for letting me drive his little baby here. I really, really appreciate it. It was awesome. This is just the face you make when you drive a car like this. It's so cool.